Hi, I'm Al Sutherland with your Mesonet Weather Report. Rain, beautiful rain fell over much of Oklahoma Tuesday. A map of Tuesday's rain totals is colored green in areas that had 3/4 of an inch or more. The yellow and tan colored areas had 2 or more inches. The highest rainfall was 2 67/100 at Newkirk. How did our latest rain impact soil moisture? Checking on the plant available water on Wednesday, the Newkirk Mesonet site had 3 8/10 inches of water for plants in the top 16 inches of soil. Nearby Blackwell, that received a much lower rain amount, 8/10 of an inch of rain, had 85/100 of an inch of plant available water. There are other dramatic differences in Mesonet sites close to each other due to the way the heavier rainfall came in bands moving from southwest to northeast. Our week started out very mild, then Wednesday morning turned sharply colder. Temperatures were close to 30 degrees cooler for much of Oklahoma from a balmy Tuesday morning to a very crisp Wednesday morning, and the north wind made it feel even colder. Gary, we're thankful that some Oklahoma areas had good rainfall rates.
Good morning, everybody. For those of you that saw rain this week, congratulations. For those that didn't, well, I hope you have some coming sooner rather than later. We're not going to take a look at the drought monitor map because the rain came just a little bit too late to impact that, but I hope to see improvements on that next week. Since we're at the end of the month, I thought we'd take a look at January, see how it stacked up. You can take a look at the January rainfall total map from the Oklahoma Mesonet. We see a statewide average of about 1.6 inches of rain, and that's about 2/10 of an inch above normal, and that would make this January the 45th wettest since 1895. And our rainfall totals, or moisture totals, some of that was snow, went from about 3/10 of an inch at Boise City to 4.4 inches down at Mount Herman. That's about the way it's supposed to work here in Oklahoma. Now, compared to normal, that still looks like a little bit of the haves versus the have-nots. You can see in some areas like north central Oklahoma, they got about 20% of normal, while other areas got about 200% of normal. So lots of rain scattered about the state. Some folks still need a lot more though. Now, the reason we're still in a fairly significant drought across the state is really due to those long-term deficits. We can take a look back at the beginning of May when this second drought period really got started once again. We see a statewide average of about 15 inches across the state. That's more than 13 inches below normal, and that equals the third driest May through January since 1895. And you can see from these totals it goes from about 5.9 inches at Arnett to about 25.6 inches at our Mesonet site in Cloudy in southeastern Oklahoma. Again, it's a little bit low, but that's the way it's supposed to work. Dry in the northwest, wetter in the southeast. But that's a little ridiculous. Now look at that compared to normal. We can see more than 20 inches below normal in some areas of the state for the last 9 months. Other areas not quite so bad. But still fairly significant across the entire state. We're off to a great start for January, above normal rainfall, finally. It doesn't mean as much in January, but it's a great start. So whatever you're doing, whether it's praying, whether you're doing rain dances, or just going out and howling at the moon, keep it up, because sooner or later we'll get this drought knocked out of our lives for good. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.